On a cold January night, when winter still grips the land and silence lies heavy over frozen fields, Punjab gathers around fire, not merely to celebrate, but to remember. Lohri, observed every year on 3rd January, marks a turning point in the rural calendar. For generations of farmers, this night has meant relief, the knowledge that crops have survived the harshest cold, that life has endured, and that hope is returning. The bonfire becomes the heart of the village, where families come together with til, gud, peanuts, and not as ritual offerings, but as gratitude for warmth, food, and survival. Yet Lohri is more than harvest and fire. Within these flames lies a story that takes us back to the late 16th century, when Punjab stood under the authority of the Mughal Empire during the reign of Akbar. It was a time of heavy land revenue and strict control. Farmers bore crushing taxes, villages lived under pressure, and resistance often led to punishment. In those days, power demanded silence. From this era emerged Dullah Bhatti, born in mid of 16th century, a family that refused to accept injustice. His father and grandfather were executed for resisting unfair revenue demands, acts meant to instill fear. But fear did not win. Dullah Bhatti chose courage. He stood with farmers when authority stood against them, protected villages from exploitation, and became known not as a ruler, but as a protector, someone who believed dignity could not be taxed. In an age where power decided fate, his humanity shone brightest in one unforgettable act. Orphaned girls in those times had little protection. Poverty and authority could steal their future. Sundari and Mundari were two such girls. When they faced despair, Dullah Bhatti stepped in as their guardian. He arranged their marriages with dignity, lit the sacred fire himself, and gave them a dowry of til and shakkar, symbols of warmth and along with the greatest gift of all, honor. No gold, no wealth, just respect and safety. That is why, as people circle the Lohri fire today, a song rises naturally with the flames. Sundari Mundari ho, tera kaun vichara ho, Dullah Bhatti wala ho. These lines are not entertainment. They are memory. They teach children who to admire and remind elders what truly matters. For farmers, Lohri remains deeply personal. Standing beside wheat fields that have survived frost and fog, they know this fire honors patience, resilience, and hard-earned survival. Each handful of til offered to the flames carries a quiet hope that crops will grow, families will prosper, and dignity will endure. As sparks rise into the winter sky, Lohri teaches a timeless truth. Warmth must be shared, courage must protect the weak, and culture survives only when values are passed on. Through fire, through song, and through simple acts around the bonfire, Punjab continues to remember its soul, rooted in gratitude, resistance, and humanity.